All right, we're working. Hello everyone. We're working on number 2, displaying categorical data, day 3 on this video. All right, day 3. So if you've already filled out days 1 or 2, you're going to get this response here. Like you've already responded. You can fill this form out only once, but that's okay. You're going to edit your response. I make these editable so you can change these because I always want to give you feedback so you can change it and improve your grade. Right? Okay, so it'll always take you to day 1 to start. So you got to scroll all the way down. I just go like this, and I go all the way down, and I go to the teleport page, right? The teleport question. And I want to go to day 3. Time to save my responses? No, I don't. I want to go to day 3. That's the teleport question, which will teleport me over to day 3. All right. This is what you want to see. Pause this video until you can get to day 3, and you're ready to get going. This is going to be the video instruction for some of this. I'm going to show you the cool colors, but I'm not going to go over the slicing up spam because I want you to do that, right? So I want them to do the cool colors, though. The popularity of colors for cars and light trucks changes over time. For instance, silver passed green as more popular in 2000 to become the most popular color worldwide, and then gave way to shades of white in 2007. So what we have here in this data table is a relative frequency table that summarizes the data of colors of vehicles sold worldwide in 2014. What percent of vehicles would fall into the other category? That's our question. We got this other category along with blue, black, brown, beige, gray, green, red, silver, white, yellow, gold. What does other represent? So maybe you want to pause this video, give yourself a little bit of thinking time. Can you kind of puzzle this out? I got a little hint here. A little hint. All right, pause the video, see what you got. Great. Through the magic of video production, you're able to pause me and make me be quiet while you get time to think. All right, but now that I'm unpaused, I want to let you know this is a relative frequency table, right? And I see this as percent of vehicles. So when I add up all these percentages, if I add them all up, what should they equal? Hopefully you're like, well, they should equal 100%, right? Yes, of course, right? So what we have one unknown. We have one unknown, which means we're going to have to add all these numbers up that we do know and subtract that from 100 to figure this out. So let me fire up my calculator here. And all right, so I'm going to do 19 plus 6 plus 5 plus 12 plus 1 plus 9 plus 14 plus 29. You're going to tell me if I mess up, right? Plus 3. Did I do that right? I feel like I did that really fast. I'm just checking all my numbers. It looks good. I'm going to press enter. All right, I got 98. So I got to take 98 away from 100. So 100 minus 98, you probably already see it, right? 2. 2 is the answer, 2%. 2%, right? Because I added up all my numbers, I got 98. I subtracted 98 from 100. I got the remaining that's left over is 2. So I know the other equals 2%. Write that down in your head because we're going to use that number in just a second. All right, so for this one, here's what I'm going to recommend you do. I'm going to recommend you click on that little link. All right, I'm going to let that load for a second. And click on that little link, and we're going to make our screens half size. All right, we're going to split our screen. I'm going to do that by, I'm going to make this not maximized. Oh, mine's already done, kind of. So I'm going to take this and just pull this over into this not space. Your window has to be not maximized, okay? Your window has to be not maximized to get this split screen thing to go on. And you're just going to pull it all the way over to the left until it does this little funny thing like that. And then that's when you can get it exactly half. All right, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to pull it all the way to the right until I get that little visual thing going on where that little rectangle is. I let it go, and boom, it snaps over here like this. This will allow me to look at this table and put the information in over here. Okay, so they want, in this question, it wants me to create a chart, make a bar chart to display the data. All right, we're going to make a bar chart to display the data. So first step is, what is the variable name? The variable name, I look at my data table, I see it's color. Color is the variable name. Color is the variable name. All right, and now I have these various categories. I think I have like 11 of these things. So I'm going to keep pressing the plus button here to give myself some space to do all this until I get 11. There we go. I press that plus button to keep giving myself more space. And then my first category is black, right? I press the tab button. I see it's 19. Press tab twice more, and now I'm over here. Tab 6. Tab, brown, beige. tab 5. So I can, when you get good at data entry, you start using that tab a lot, so you don't have to click all the time. Take some of the strain off this. If you've got a number pad, sometimes you got that number pad handy. When you get good at the number pad, that makes life easy as well. If you don't have a number pad, that's all right. You can use the numbers at the top of your keyboard. They work. Oop, 29. Yellow gold. I know I make this look easy. Other. Remember, other is 2, right? Remember, we found that other was 2%. So that's what it should look like. Probably want to pause the video here until you've got something that looks like the right of my screen here. To the magic of video, you're able to pause me, make me be quiet. We're going to begin analysis. We're going to begin analysis like we did in day 2, and this little applet is going to do the bar chart for us. Isn't this wonderful? We're going to click Export Chart to make this thing download. It downloaded as the file bar6, and then I can upload it here on the Google form. I click Add File. See how I clicked Add File there? I'm going to select Files from my device. I want bar6. There it is. Open. It'll be in your Downloads folder probably. All right, I want to click the Upload button. It uploads, and there it is. I could actually click on it right now, and it would pop up in my in a tab like this. It's different. This is a different bar graph, but I can do that. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's how you upload a file to Forms. All right, so maybe you want to pause until you get this uploaded. I'll be quiet for a second. I'll try. It's not my nature. Okay. All right. Now we got to describe what we see in our bar chart. So this question here is describe what you see in our bar chart. So maybe you want to pause me again and give yourself a chance to look at this bar chart over here to the right and say, what is this bar chart telling me? What can I say about this? All right, sorry. All right, so I'm looking at this bar chart, and I'm looking at the peaks and the valleys, right? I see this one peak, white. White clearly dominates the color. So white is by far the most popular. However, black is the second most popular color for cars and light trucks. Oh, I'm doing too much. I didn't need to write all that, but. And then I need another sentence. Let's talk about what's the least popular. Green. Green was the least popular. I don't know why. I wouldn't mind a green car. I don't think I'd like yellow, though. Yeah, green wouldn't bother me. All right, so I got 3 sentences. Beautiful. I've described the bar chart. Are there other ways you could have done this? Sure. You could have talked about silver and gray being the 3rd and 4th most popular, and red being the most popular primary color or something. You could have done all sorts of stuff. This is just an example how to describe a bar chart. That's the important skill. That's really the most important skill I want you to have, even more than creating bar charts with data entry and technology. All right, I'm not going to the slicing spam up here. This question is going to ask you what percent is this? Yeah, what is the percent of spam that would fall into the other category, right? So it's another one of these other questions. You know how to do this. I got the hint right there. I have faith in you. You can handle that. And then this one here is going to ask you to create another chart. Create another chart with the spam. I think you can handle that. Right there's the website. We've already done one. You know how to add the file and upload it. Hopefully I do want you to see you describe one of these on your own. So I'm not going to talk about describing this on your own. So I'm going to skip this one right now. I want you to do that on your own. And this one here is asking, would it be appropriate to make a pie chart of this data? So this data right here, would it be appropriate to make a pie chart? Why or why not? And I have only talked about this kind of briefly. I gave you a little hint. Right here. Yes, it would be appropriate, right? And why? Because the data is described as a percentage, and pie charts are an excellent way to display percentages that equal 100%, right? When you've got percentages that, or maybe we should say marginal frequencies, I don't know. Because there are sometimes they got percentages that don't always equal 100%. That's why I was thinking, there we go. Marginal frequencies or percents. Something like that. I don't know. Doesn't like plural percents. Maybe I don't either. I'll think about it. All right, so yeah, so pie charts are a great way. Pie charts are a great way to display percents. And let me kind of show you, if you didn't close this little your other bar chart. Now I didn't do the spam one. So this pie chart's going to look different. You can just click this plot type and select pie chart, and it'll do the pie chart for you. So for this next question, it says, try to make a pie chart of this data. Export your chart and take a screenshot and upload it here. Don't use this one right here because this is the color one, right? This is the colors of popularity of colors of cars. You can see that what's this? White is the most popular, right? We can see that black is the second most popular. This is the pie chart of the color of cars and trucks, not of the spam thing. Okay, so you'll need to do one of these on your own to put the spam thing. And then we have some learning target questions. You tell me how. Some research suggests that you are sometimes the best judges of your own formative learning, right? So in terms of formative assessment, that you can provide yourself the best. You're the best judge of whether you've hit the learning target or not. So our first learning target for these 3 days was I can make and interpret bar charts of categorical data. How successful? Can you do this? Right? Are you good at making bar charts with technology or by hand? Are you completely successful? Can you do them both fairly competently? Are you most successful? Can you really go with technology, or maybe really go with the written one, but not so much with the other one? I don't know. You tell me, how successful are you? You get points no matter what you choose, right? Full credit no matter what you choose. I just want you to tell this is good data for you and for me to reflect how successful you were on these learning targets. The second learning target was I can interpret pie charts, right? We've been looking at pie charts. We described some of them. How successful were you in interpreting pie charts, looking at a pie chart and, talking about it? Were you completely, mostly, or kinda, or not successful? You tell me, full credit no matter what you choose. Just want you to tell me how good you are, where you're at, right? Where's your comfort level? The third learning target is I can identify what makes some graphs of categorical data deceptive. We went over those two problems, right? If you change these bars to be pictures to try to be creative and a little bit less boring, you can kind of create deceptive ways of visualizing things. We learned that if you don't start your bar chart at 0, it's not valid, and that also can be deceptive and change the visualization. So you tell me how successful you were meeting this learning target. How do you feel? What was your level of effort overall working on these 3 days? Did you give it your very best? Did you give it really good? Did you give it a shot at least? But maybe you could have done better. And then maybe this one, I need to give it more effort, right? Any additional feedback? How do you like Google Forms? How did you like the setup here? Do you like the organization? Do you like the pacing? Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? Do I talk too much? All that stuff. You can put that in the feedback. It's all useful for me to try to change how I do things. And this little video will tell you how to receive your personal individual feedback and make corrections on Google Forms. And here's me reminding you to click this submit button. That's the most important one. Got to click this submit button. Oh, I've got to actually answer these things. So I'm going to say completely. I'm forcing you to answer these. Yeah, and then I'll click submit. Am I good now? Looky there. I'm good now. All right, it's thinking about it. It's going to give me that little thing. You've saved your responses. Yay! Yes, my response has been recorded. We're all done with day 3. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching the videos. Hope they're helpful. And I'm Mr. Solt, and I hope to see you in class. I'm going to stick with that tagline until you guys give me a better one. And here I go with the anticlimactic, video stoppage, right?